Am I live? Oh, my camera's all wicky-wacky. Hello, our buddies. I think I'm live. I was busy fussing around. Yeah, right before I'm ready to go on, I'm trying to get my computer to get where I want it to be, and nothing. It turned off. It's been doing that a lot lately. I think I have to defrag. Maybe defragging might be helpful. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm a little flustered, moving things around a little bit. So I'm a bit out of my comfort zone. Aside from that, today, I have a project that I need to get some paper for. I have a little bit of a story, how this all came to be. So I might wait for a few more of us to get in here, so everybody knows what's going on as I continue to fuss. But I've got my little piece of jelly plate. Hi, Cal. Good morning, Dar. My small piece of jelly plate. Many of you know that I took my 8 by 10 and chopped it up in different pieces. So I've just got this little piece out today, and I've got it on a piece of ShamWow fabric to pick up any of my moisture, extra moisture. Hi, Sherry. It's good to see everyone this morning. I think I might want to use a couple. Yeah, they're here. Sponges. Get my little sponge bag out. Well, it's not that little. But anywho, all right, so let's just get started. Welcome in. This is Paint Girly, Lori, with Every Collage with Paint Girly. And today I'm going to be using paper that I cut up that was in my stash. I don't know why I've got such big paper. I had some project in mind and bought a whole ream of, I think it's 17 by 14 or something like that. Some crazy big paper. So I cut that down really small for this project. What happened was a little while ago, I think, in the virtual craft vendors market, and someone had glass ink wells for sale. Oh, excuse me, I'm gulping. And I couldn't get in to get one. So I have a difficult time with being told no or not getting something that I think I would like to have. It's definitely a personality flaw. Now, I'm just looking if I can see where I put it. Of course not. Anyway, I thought, well, I should be able to find that on eBay. Well, I didn't really find any on eBay. And so then I thought, well, let me try Facebook Marketplace. So I went there. And sure enough, there was a little inkwell. It was a little more than what the market was asking for. But I thought, let me see if I can get this. So I messaged the girl, and it was available. And she had just started selling on Facebook. So she was new, which is fine. And so we chatted, and I decided I would like to have the inkwell. I was going to show it to you, and I had it right there in the drawer. Oh, it doesn't matter. Just a little glass jar that you can put your ink in, and then it's got a little, like a little pocket kind of a thing, I guess, where you could put your calligraphy pen or your ink pen. So we agreed on a price, and she said she was having some difficulty. She was a nurse working shift work, and she had a sick friend that she was caring for, and that she would send it. I said, well, let me pay you for it. And she said, well, let me send it, and we'll just see how it goes. So it was a long, she'd get back to me every once in a while, or she'd message me and say, I haven't forgotten you. Would you, do you still like it? Are you interested? And I said, yes, I'm definitely interested. Just let me know, what I owe you. I'd like to pay you, but, back and forth. And then she started to share some things that she had this friend that was very ill. The prognosis is not good. So I asked for the lady's name and asked if I could pray for her, which the gal said yes. And so I started praying for her friend, and then she'd touch back every once in a while. And, I still didn't get to the post office. It just felt really bad for her. She really felt like she was under the gun. She had a lot going on in her life. And, the inkwell to me was at this point, a minor thing. It just, if I got it, it was fine. If I didn't, that was fine too. I hadn't paid her any money. I wasn't out anything. So I guess it's been probably maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I get this package in the mail. No idea. The name looked a little familiar to me, but didn't really click. And I open it up, and sure enough, it's the inkwell. No note, no bill, no nothing. So I sent her another message, and I thanked her for the inkwell. I mean, it's adorable. And I said, I want to pay you. And of course, she doesn't get back to you right away. Well, she's still got the crazy schedule. I don't think that's changed. And goodness me, I can't believe I didn't put it. It would be so nice if I could show you what it looks like. What I put it. So she finally gets back to me, and she says, I don't want anything for it. You just, I'm glad if you like it. You just keep it and enjoy it. And, it's yours. I'm like, oh, no. I said, no, I want to pay you for it. She's like, no, you were really nice to me when I was going through a really rough time. Hi, Candy. Good morning. And she said, I'd really just rather you have it and enjoy it. And I said, well, how about we do this? How about you let me send you a journal? And how about if I send your girlfriend a journal too? The two of you could have a journal, just something simple. And I asked what they liked. Do they have favorite colors? Do they like a particular thing? Some people like butterflies or hearts or bugs or, flowers. So I asked her a few questions. So again, it took a couple of days, and she finally got back to me, and she said, hey, Joyce, good morning. No, she didn't say, hey, Joyce, good morning. I said, hey, Joyce, good morning. So she said they like bright colors. She said her girlfriend likes bright colors, bling, nothing in particular. They just really like bright, cheery colors. She likes bright, cheery colors. And I said, okay, how about you? And she said the same for me. Okay. Well, I went through my stuff. I have a lot of little journals sitting around, and I went through my things, and I thought, you know what? I don't really do bright. I don't really do bright. I do more shabby chic, primitive, grungy, somewhat grungy, I just really don't do bright. Although I do have bright fabrics and things that I could do bright, I just don't really do it. And so now I need two little journals. I'm just making them small. I don't think these gals are artsy people. I think they're just regular people. And so I want to send something cute, but something bright. And then I'll think about the blinging. I'm not sure about the blinging. I mean, I've got little gem, there's little flat back things I can add and stuff like that. But anywho, so I went through my fabric, and I came across a couple little boxes. Jacqueline had given me these little juice box things, but I couldn't find those, of course. So I found other, boxes that I could turn into covers. So these are the covers I put together. Now I'll probably add things to them, but the colors to me are very bright and cheery. So I just took my fabrics and laid them out, and then I just stitched them on my machine. And I've got plenty of painty fabric that I did on the jelly plate that I can use for my inside cover. But now I need bright pages. So I think these are all good. Thanks, Joyce. So I rummaged through my packaging. Now, I mean my storage tin, and I don't want the pages to stick out. So I think by the time I get 3 or 4 signatures in here, I want it to be full and fluffy. But look, I found this paper. It's got like a waffle design on it. So I cut that up. But look, I didn't cut that one right. That one needs to be trimmed. I think this was the original size. But I thought once I bend this, they're going to stick out. So that has to be trimmed. But I trimmed them all. And then I came across this one-sided. These sheets were huge, but these are all bright colors, right? So I've got those. So I thought, what is the quickest way to add color to paper? And for me, it's a jelly plate, because I think I want them. I don't know how I want them. I'm just going to see what happens on the jelly plate. So then I cut all this paper. And some are going to tear, you know what I mean? And some are going to not look so great. So I'm just going to start. And that's what I'm going to work on today, because I need to get this done. And then I'll probably iron these so I can get them put into signatures and get these little things finished so I can get these in the mail to these gals. And the one gal's really sick, so I don't want to be dragging my feet. You know what I mean? I hate to say, I don't want to really say that, but the reality is she's very sick. So I just want to get them in order and get them moving. So this is little. I decided to do watercolor because I don't think these girls are going to be putting any mixed media on these pages. You know what I mean? I don't think they're like we are, where they're going to be doing that kind of thing. So I'm just using watercolor, and this is a set that I had purchased. I think they were on discount. They were in the little tubes, and I think these are Paul Smith. Is that his name? Paul somebody. He's famous for doing watercolors. It's not coming to me now. I think it might be Smith. I'd have to look, but I don't really remember. It doesn't really matter. But they're really bright and wild colors. So I thought I'd get out my little piece of jelly and put this on my little ShamWow so it could suck up some water. So I've got some water in this little spritzer. So I'm just going to wet these down. Boop, 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 and just have a go. And I need to find a brush. And I think some will be multicolored. But I also have a couple stencils sitting here, which I might put down and use a sponge. I just don't know where I'm going, but I want them to be funky and bright. Then when I was pulling out my this pan of watercolors, because I knew I wanted to use those, I found these in my drawer. In fact, there's another tin of these, I think. Do you ever put anything on your Amazon list and then you forget what's on there? You don't go back and you don't update? Well, this is one of those things. And so my daughter and her family bought these for me for Christmas, I think maybe like 2 years ago. And I really haven't used them. They're water soluble. And I don't know if they're creamy enough to use on the jelly plate without tearing the jelly plate, but I think I might try it. Now, some of these aren't so bright, but I think I have another tin of these. So I can look at my drawer and get out the second tin. So I might use that too. I don't know, girls. I just don't know. We'll see. So the first thing I think I'm going to do, of course, this has a fold mark in it. So let's see. I need to trim this. I guess the best way is just kind of eyeball it this way. Put a fold like where it might be in the middle. Monkey in the middle. Malcolm in the middle. So our son has been here for the weekend. He's not been feeling so great. He slept almost all day yesterday. He's got a regular job, and then his money is tight, so he's always out doing Uber and couple of other odd jobs, right? So like he never gets to relax and really sleep well. So I think he just kind of crashed. And then he was up. Hey, Andrea, hi. He was up through the middle of the night. I guess he was up around, oh my gosh, 3:30 or so, had a headache, hadn't been sleeping very well. So he's kind of just still just chilling. So I'm thinking maybe just a plain color for this because it's got that kind of waffly. This might have been a placemat or something. It's heavier. So let's just give it a go. I want it to be watery, not too dense, I don't think, with color. At least I don't think. And I want the color to not be too terribly watery. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. Let's start with orange is a good bright color. So to start, I'm just going to paint some of this on. We'll see what happens. Now I do have a brayer here. Of course, it's not a brayer that's been cleaned. So it's got paint all over it. Hi, Ange. Hey, Ange. I looked for that email you sent me, but honey, I can't find it. I even checked my spam. I know you sent one, you said right after your last eye surgery, but I did not see it. Now I want to do both sides of the paper. Ooh, that's kind of funky. That's bright. Now, on my screen, it really looks like a yellow orange, but in reality, it's more of a red orange, and it's almost looks like it's neon. Thank you, Andrea. Okay, I'm going to find a place in this very crowded desk area of mine to start stacking these little papers. Now, I don't want to do the flip side right away for two reasons. I don't know that I want the same color on the back, and I don't want to smudge, what's here. This won't take too long, I don't think, to dry. But I've got a couple of jars of water to my left here. And of course, I can spritz my plate orange. So let's go into this little pinky color. Let's do some solids first. Although there's some orange, of course, here I didn't pick up. Boop, boop. So I'm just going to try to relax and not really think too much about. Whoa. What's going on? What's going down? Woo. It's definitely bright. All right, let's pick up some of this. This can be our cleanup on aisle 37. All right, now that's pretty clean. Okay, so now I'll clean out my brush really well. Let's try a green. Gotta have me some green. So how is everyone this semi-dreary here today? It was a little rain earlier. It's not raining now, but it is much warmer. I had my door open for a little while. What's everybody else up to? What's going on? What's happening? Anything interesting? Oh, look, I should have used that for my cleanup page. Looks like that had a run-in with the mower. with the mower. Clean up, everybody do their job. That is a bit striped. So our son loves ribs, and he likes the way his dad cooks them. Okay, Ange, but I didn't reply to you, and so I felt bad about not replying, if you were waiting for me to reply. All right, I'm getting into this purple here. But really didn't feel so great when he woke up yesterday. Well, he didn't wake up he was awake kind of on and off, but he didn't really get up and get moving till almost 3:30, 4 o'clock. And then he wasn't feeling so great. He wasn't hungry, so he ended up not eating the ribs. Poor kid. And having to wear reading glasses and see my phone. Yeah, welcome to my world. Joyce said, I'm anxiously waiting for my niece to bring her little Chiweenie for me to puppy sit for a while. Oh, Joyce, how fun would that be? What the heck is a Chiweenie? A Chihuahua and what? I'm assuming a Chihuahua. So we have somebody coming to watch it's not really a puppy anymore, I guess, our young dog when we travel. And she will stay here with Jenny. She's been doing it, I think I told you, for like 10 years. And she comes highly recommended. Okay, Andrea. And, but she's not available till Easter Day. We leave a few days before Easter. So, let's see. Let's do a purple. The back of this. This is a darker purple. I'm going to do the back of this. Maybe I'm going to put some spots or something on the front side too. So our neighbors across the street who recently had to put their dog down are currently looking for another dog. I'll tell you, these shelters are not easy people to deal with. But anyway, so she popped in yesterday. She had 2 toys for Jenny. She said, I guess if we're going to watch her for a couple days, I would have come visit beforehand. Jenny just loves these people. When she sees Miss Cindy getting out of her car, she about goes cray cray. All right, let's see. I think I should have gotten out a bigger brush here. So we played with the new toys for a little while and had a little visit. I'm going to try the yellow side here. It doesn't bleed through as well. Oh, that didn't do much. Well, so much for. I was wondering, Dachshund. Oh my gosh, I'll bet you that's cute. That sounds like a cute little puppa. Cute little puppa. Whoop. Then I had these little tiles here. I thought these might be cute to decorate some of the pages too. If I put some paint on these, I like to make those little tiles. So let's see. Let's get a little bit of a mix here. Let's try this color and rinse my brush. And we'll do this one, kind of the same color family. And we'll do this one, it's a little brighter. And maybe a little yellow. We're going yellow. My niece always wanted a dachshund. They had a dachshund when she was little. His name was Fred. But now she's got well, she's got a golden retriever. And her husband wanted to get another dog, but they were expecting their first child. So they've kind of put that on hold. But I expect they'll get another dog shortly. And then, of course, they have a kitty cat. They have a kitty cat. So that might be cool to add to a page. Definitely bright. So I don't think this is getting as bright as I'm thinking I want it. All right, so let's see. Let's see what these color sticks, if I can get them to do anything. Let's see how this might work. I have a lot going on and do good to remember to put on underwear. There you go. Although I don't know that that's a prerequisite for anything, but just saying. All right, so I'm not tearing the plate, and I do see some color on there, but there again, this isn't super bright, at least not here. Let's see what happens. I could probably dip that in water. They're water soluble. Has anybody done this? Have you ever tried do you have these sticks? That looks a little better. I know I have another tin of these. Let me see. I wonder if I can find that. Let's see. Let's get a plain sheet. So if you're just coming in, looks like we're pretty steady on our number here. I'm just trying to add some brightness to these plain sheets of paper. And of course, I don't want it to be muddy. I did just so. I mean, I have normal what I would call normal watercolor colors. Even subdued because I've got that Art Nouveau, but that's not really bright. My new friend. Just kept saying bright. We like bright colors. Oh, here's a nice. Of course, I could use a paintbrush and get this color off too. I'm sure. See how that looks. Yellow is definitely bright. Kel says, I have some King water soluble, I'm sure that's supposed to be soluble sticks, crayons, and she loves them. How do you use them, Kel? Do you do it like this, like on a jelly plate, or do you use them just to create on your, like doing prompts and stuff, right on the paper? I'm sure that's how they're meant to be used. All right, so I've got some other color down. See how this picks up. Of course, I laid that down crooked. Oh, I had a twofer. Wow, not much of anything. All right, so that's not working. So let's grab some more yellow. And some of this crazy orange. Love this orange. See, I end up just, I wrote it on paper and shimmer and then wipe, and then with a wipe. Oh, oh. Now, this paper that I cut up that was so large that I have, it's just 20-pound paper. Well, that looks cool. That's definitely bright. Let's try, what do I have here? Let's try a little stencil. So this is a Timmy stencil. So let me see if I can get some of these leaves on here. I'm going to grab a little sponge and pop that in my watercolor and then do a tap, tap, tap. Leaves don't have to really be green, do they? No. Look. I feel like one of those kids on the, the reels where they're eating food and they like put it in your face. I'm not getting any color off here, I don't think. Now I should be able to pick that up this way, I would think. But maybe not. We'll see. Well, that's different. I am so bad at this jelly plating stuff. I mean, I don't think that's bad looking, but it certainly doesn't look like the stencil. Let's see if I have any other stencils out here. For once in my life, it looks like I put everything away. I got some larger ones here. Looking for maybe a smaller one. Okay, let's get out a smaller one. This may be a bigger image. Let's see. Let's see what we have here. Oh, that would look cool. See if we can do anything with that. This one's starting to get a little, you can see the bottom of the pan. I don't want them too super intense because I want the girls to be able to write on the pages, But at this point, I think it's just going to take me forever. Now, let's see. Let's get a plan sheet. I don't know if they'll appreciate the craziness of this. That's pretty wild. Not sure if I like that either. Now I can try this watercoloring. I can do this or mess up trying. I think I have come to the clue that I'm not. Yeah, you and me both, Ange. Watercolor or jelly plate. But I don't want the pages untreated either. Because I like when they get warped, after they've been, have, either water on them or coffee or. That's just enough, really, right? Let's see if I have a different kind of sponge. I do. I have this kind of a sponge. Let's get into some of this purple. Of course, the stencil's never the size you need, right? I should get out a Timmy's stencil. They're long and skinny. That might be better. Oh, look, maybe if I do it this way. Well, that looks better that way. So I'm going to have overlap. Overlappage. Overlap. Do, do, do. And just $5 on a jumbo buck, whatever a jumbo buck is. Is that a lottery thing? I don't know. I'm not up on all that stuff. Let's see if I can pick up a little bit. Yeah, get rid of that white edge a little bit. See, that's almost dry already. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. I like that sponge better. They're actually called King Art. I was gifted a set of them. They work wonderfully. Cool. I guess it's similar to oh, you know what? I have those too. Timmy's. See, this is, I think, Jane Davenport. Or no, it wasn't Jane Davenport. Who is it? Dina Wakley's version of Timmy's. Let's see. Let's pull out one of these. Timmy's Distress Markers. I never thought about trying one of these on here either. See, they seem real creamy, but when I go to put them on the plate, not so much. I don't want to snap off my little nib there. Oh, this is a shiny, shimmery one. Let's see how this looks. Shiny and the shimmery. I don't know what that is. That's some kind of a marker. Here's a pink shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pup. This is called Cocktail Party. Oh, that would be a nice lipstick. That would look good on Kel. All right, now let's spritz this. And let's just see if we can do anything. Make some crazy marks in there. See if this looks like anything. Neo 2s. I didn't even think about Neo 2s. I have them too, darn. Of course, I don't think they're what I would call, well, mine aren't so bright, I guess. But let's face it, a lot of this isn't looking so bright. Wow. Not bright. Not bright. No, she's not the brightest. She's not the sharpest tack in the drawer. I guess that's the way you say it. Not the sharpest tack in the drawer. No, let's let that dry. How about if I did this? Just colored on here. So we have a crazy neighbor. Of course, I'm not going to say any names, but she lives right next door to us. And of course, if we live in an older community, it's 55 plus community. So, I mean, you never see anybody over there. I know she's got some children, but I guess she goes to their house. Anyway, she thinks everybody's talking about her. Nobody talks about her. She's not that interesting. Truthfully, she's gone off on my husband a couple of times, and he goes out of his way to be nice to her. I mean, she's widow, or divorced. I think she's divorced. Well, doesn't really matter. Anyway, he tries to help her out, asks her if, she wants some stuff done in her yard that he can help her with. We always try to be pleasant. Actually, I try to avoid eye contact with her because she's not been very nice to my husband. My husband's a really nice guy, would do anything for almost anybody. So he runs into her at the Walmart, at the local Walmart. She rips into him like, like the lunatic, she is. Okay. I'm like, see, I get feisty. I'm like, did you tell her she's not that interesting? He's like, no, I just kept saying to her, nobody's talking about you, Carol. I'm like, gosh. It's a shame. She probably needs medication, or I just don't know. Well, I guess we ignored what was going on with my mom for a while, but I just don't know these elderly folks that have children. Well, that's getting muddy, isn't it? That nobody seems to be taking care of them. And then I'm thinking, we just live in a little small part of the world. How many folks are like this with nobody to help her? I mean, she clearly it's got some issues, which is unfortunate. But we're into Walmart. Okay, honey. Has she been out since this morning? Yes, I had her out once. Whoops. Look, Pan came with a. So then after she got back and he got back from Walmart, she goes flying over to the neighbors across the street. Oh, gosh. What have you been saying to me? I don't want you talking to me. It's like, we're not talking about, nobody's talking about you. He asked her, that particular neighbor was talking to her and asked her how she was feeling. Well, why are you asking me that? Oh my goodness. There's a lot of elderly folks, I fear, that are kind of on their own and there's nobody to really help them or say, look, maybe you need to talk to your doctor about this, you know? I guess that can be considered bright. Where's my cleanup card? Get a little more on that one. Well, I'm open to suggestions if anybody, because I don't feel like this is working real well. I really hate to get out the acrylics paint because I don't want to get it all over me, all over my shirt, which I'm sure I will. Let's clean this pan up a little bit. And it's a lot, like we have our friend, it's a couple doors down from us in the opposite direction that we're trying to help that kind of had a blowout with her son. It's can be a full-time job, you know, and it's hard. How many of those kinds of folks can you take on, you know? Oh, I always want to get out of Timmy. And they don't know, you know, she probably doesn't realize. She thinks everybody else is crazy. Let's try this one. Where's my tried and true art girls? Candy, did I put you to sleep? Did I put Candy to sleep? Debbie's not here. I guess I would need to let this dry, right? Oh, she says King Art spreads easier. Here. Any suggestions how I can make this look better? You're not right. Yeah, I don't think I might have some King Art, but I think it's over there in the other drawer. But I did give some away. I might have given those to Kathy Kell. Mm-hmm. Try letting it dry and use wet paper. Oh, all right. That's a good suggestion. All right, hold on. Don't hate me. I'm moving it fast. I'm not getting down where it's going to melt mine. I have a hard time reading. I could dry those with. Cal says, I love King Art. They leave lines when you shimmer them. Oh, they don't. They don't leave lines when you smear them. Smear. That's a smear. Wait a minute. I got something I think up here. I don't know if they're King Art. Let me just check this one drawer. I forgot about these. This had something in it, and I put butterflies in there. I've got these. Oh, I think it's Sam. Little Miss Kell. Look what I have. And I sent something to, maybe they were Crayolas. I sent something similar to Kathy Cahill one time. I asked her because I wasn't using them. Artist Mixed Media Gel Stick. Of course, the packaging is gone. I'm assuming these are water soluble. Do these look like yours, Kel? All right, so this is still a little wet, but that'll just be okay. So let's get a piece of paper and let's dampen this. And let's see if I can get. I'm getting a smear on the back. Oh, that's better, Candy, for sure. That's better. All right, let's see if I can scoop up the rest of this jasmine here. Let's use a paper towel. See if I can clean up. Cal says they look exactly like mine. Okay, baby. Okay, baby. All right, let's try. Yep, they're a little creamier than the others on the plate. Of course, Lori's having a hard time getting the cap off. Now I'm going to knock everything else over. Let's see. Now I'm thinking I'm going to have to, maybe I'll spritz the paper again. There's a light blue here. Hold on. See, I was going to do the paper and I didn't. I'm in automatic mode and I just spritzed the plate. But we could try it both ways. No harm in that, right? It's better than white. Better than white paper. This is why I don't do bright. Clearly, I'm not good at it. No, this sponge is really getting. moved. Oh dear. The good thing is that the girls that I'm making this for, I don't think watch my channel. Number one. Number two. It probably, everything will look good to them because maybe they've never seen anything like this before. Hopefully, they're not expecting. That got muddy, row. Muddy, row. All right, you know what I want to do? I want to iron a couple of these so I can see end result how it's going to look in the cover. To see if I don't want to do, what do I need? I was thinking 45 pages for each book. So times two, what's that? Like 90 some pages? 90 pages? Oh, I don't want to do 90 pages and then look back and say, yeah, I don't like them so much. So let's iron a couple. Where's my little, whoops. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We were pinning. I was pinning. I just keep this old hand towel to use as my little ironing space with my big old iron, a big old iron. And I just have to give it a shake to wake it up. Wake up, wherever you are. Here we go. I'll flip over my stack and start from the bottom. These are just a little damp. Now, of course, it's just going to be one-sided. So Kel says she just manipulates hers like you would the Timmy crayons with a baby wipe. So maybe I should try that. This one these are kind of came through. So maybe, let's see. Maybe I could try them on a couple of those little tiles. I really like those little tiles. I'm thinking on the corner of a page, or they can make a little tuck spot. Actually, also what I was thinking is I have some, go very gently. Okay, Cal. I was thinking I have some art by Marlene. That might be something good to decorate some of these pages. Not a lot, just a little bit to give the books maybe a little personality. I mean, I like bright colors. I just don't do bright colors in most of my art, unless I'm painting an owl. I get kind of crazy and whimsy with that kind of a thing. but not usually my junk journals. And maybe not the whole page. Maybe I should think about just doing something like that, like a portion. Um, does anybody else do bright colored junk journals or even mixed media art? Is there a trick? Is there a trick? No, that looks pretty, I think. So I bought 2 more digital sets. I've become obsessed. And so I did a test this morning. I found some paper that really has a good feel to it that was in the bin where I had that real large paper that I cut this from. And of course, it's not in its wrapper, so I have no idea what it is. But I thought, oh, well, I wonder if I bought something that is a little better quality because it feels like I could really print and color on this paper. It just really feels smooth to the touch. And so I threw one in the printer and printed out one of my new digitals. I think they're right here. I'm going to show you in a minute. And then somebody during one of my streams when I was saying that they print out okay, but they don't look like what they look like on the screen. And somebody, it might have been Diane, the messy crafter. I don't know it could have been her. I don't know. It might have been somebody else. I'm not really remembering. Said made 2 suggestions, either presentation paper or she named some other kind of paper, which I have not been able to remember. I remember looking for it and couldn't find it. But I was able to get a small package of the presentation paper. So then I printed one off on the presentation paper because I didn't think the one I printed off on the regular paper looked that bad. But I thought, let me do a comparison to see how they look. You're going to be amazed. I think you'll be amazed. That one's not bright at all. It hardly has anything on it. So what did you do this afternoon? Well, I sat and watched this gal online iron paper for about 20 minutes. No. Anne says, I'm still here just working on another recipe journal. Okay, Anne, you're going to sell some of these at the next festival? Do tell, do tell. Yes, going to try to sell them cool beans. Cool, cool, cool. I got all excited because somebody put one of my journals in their cart at my Etsy shop, and then I went back and checked a day or so later, and they took it out. They took it out. It's like as soon as I stop watching my shop, I inevitably sell something, and then I'm like a day or two behind getting it shipped out, which isn't a big deal. It's easy to do it, but gosh, when you watch it every day, it gets a little disappointing. I wouldn't call this one bright, but I kind of like that one. Of course, I don't know that you would be able to write on it, but all right, last one for right now. Okay, so let me get my cord over there out of the way and get my little cloths. This stays pretty warm. See how they get puffy? How nice and puffy they are. Oh, I love this. I love this part. The puffy, puffy, puffy. All right, I'm going to fold a couple of those and see. All right, let me see if I can find. That's not it. See, now I'm telling you, I have these pictures. So today I'm looking all over for my roll of paper towels. I just got a brand new big fat roll out of the garage. I knew I had it in this room, and I'm like, where the heck is it? I'm looking at the room from all angles. All right, so this is the one that printed on the paper I found in my bin, just regular, but it has a nice feel to it. It's real, almost silky. And I didn't think that looked too bad. Then I printed one on the presentation paper. Look at that. Same setting. It's incredible, right? So if you're using digitals for anything and they're coming out and you're thinking, oh, they look so nice on the computer, but when I print them, maybe upgrade your paper. I mean, that to me is exquisite, right? Just a tip. Somebody tipped me off, so now I'm passing it on. All right, so now let's give these little folderoo. Yeah, I think they're cool too, Ange. And then there's one, I didn't print one, it's something with birds, and it's people with all kinds of birds around their head, which I personally would not like, but the images are really cool. I think they'll make some cool pages in some of the journals I like to make. All right, where is my bone folder has on MIA. I don't know what happened to my little one. All right, let's just stay. Now I have to remember where I put the covers. I set my covers down somewhere. Oh my. Oh my goodness. I can't remember what I do from 1 minute to the next. I did show you the covers, right? Yes, I know I did. Angie says, I have some stickers with food on them, so I'm going to try to use them on pages and tags. Oh, that's a good idea, Ange. Yeah. It's a nice addition. Can you believe I cannot find? There they are. I put my king art on top and my jelly plate. Yeah, I think they'll be okay. Maybe if I fold some the other way, they don't all have to be two-sided. Like if I fold some this way. Boy, this didn't really get much done to it, did it? Very windy here again today. That one got a little crooked. Now, I do have a bunch of different stamps and a bunch of different colored inks that I never use. So I wonder if that's an idea too. Because if I do this, let's just say, okay, now Hubs just bought me baby wipes. Hold on, let me see. Let me grab the package. The red floor. I never really thought baby wipes would play such a big role in my life at this age, at this stage of my life. So let's get one of these out. Now I'm going to try the king art. If I can. All right, so the arrow goes, oh, I see it's down here. So the arrow goes, that's very deceiving to me. Have you ever seen anyone struggle so much? Good grief. All the way down there it is. Why wouldn't you put the... Look. All right, so let's say we've got our little fold line. And Kel said gently, so that's gentle. Let's just do a little gentleness here. And let's try a little orange. Now, if you're just just came in and you're just joining us, I did try the jelly plate earlier. I'm not too thrilled with the results personally. Boy, you're a real basketball fan, Ange. I'm like that with baseball. And my husband keeps saying to me, they can't hear you because I'm always screaming. So they work pretty well, right? Just almost like the Timmies. Let's try another one. Okay, thanks, Kel. I try to go light with the Timmy crayons because it usually leaves lines. All right, let's try the purple. Let's do a corner. We'll go up here. Let's go over here. Very nice. Very nice. Now, of course, this is watercolor that's on here already. So let's see. This is probably going to smear. But this looks like it almost matches. Just increase. Put a little extra on those corners. It doesn't look too bad either, does it? Do it. It doesn't look too bad. Do it. All right, so let's set this tin on the side. Let's see. The royal blue. I've got a red. Let's set that over there. I guess it really doesn't matter to fold it. Let's throw in a little bit of the Dino. Boy, you can just tell the different consistency in that. Wow. Let's see what difference this makes. It smears okay, but not great. The King art, it's like butter. It's like butter. Bet you I could use a damp paintbrush. Damp with a P on the end. I should leave them uncapped. Ooh. Use that yeller. Use that yeller. All right, let's see. Taking most of that water off. Oh yeah, that's very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very. I wonder how they would stamp. You know how people use markers on a stamp? Do you think that would work? There's Jacqueline. I'm here. I'm lurking. I'm working. Just finished working out, and now she's packing orders. All right. Thanks for the update. I'm going to have a little gulp of tea. Cold tea. All right. Let's see. Candy, what's the update on Cheryl? Do you have an update? Do you want to share an update? Or maybe you don't want to say here. You can message me if you would. Thinking about our dear sister Cheryl. It's Candy's sister, not my sister Cheryl. Of course, I think of her too. But okay, so what was I going to do? Oh, a stamp. It's probably won't work. All right, let's just give it a go. All right, we've got this little rubber red stamp on a block. And so I'm thinking I should probably dampen this, perhaps, right? So let's Give it a little squirt. Tap, tap, tap. Let's make these blue. I'm coloring over them. And let's give some green stems. This is just crazy talk now. Crazy, crazy talk. El cushion. El cushionu. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, it's hard to sit by and see someone that you love that's in pain or having difficulty, and there's like really feel like there's nothing you can do. All right, here's a lighter blue. Let's put a little bit of this blue up in this corner. I like the corners and the edges. Treat it a little bit. I'm going to take this very beat up brush, take off a lot of the extra. It's not too bad. I keep capping them back up. Let's make like a little cloud. So I guess she just has to wait for the infection to clear on its own. I'm sure they have her on medication, but probably not much else, right? Um, all right, let's do a little bit of this pink. This kind of light raspberry color. Yeah, me either, Ange. Okay, I know I said we were going to do the jelly plate, which we did do. But I wonder if the jelly plate would give me. Let's try this again. Let's try the purple. Oh my gosh, I had a weird dream last night. What the heck was I dreaming? I hooked up with some ladies that were in our group, although in our art um, community. Although I don't know their names in the dream. I don't know their names. I just know that they were in our art community. Okay, that's bizarre. Let's see if this picks up anything. And there was going to be some kind of a retreat or something. Next thing I know, I'm in a department store, and my work desk is in a department store. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that one. And this lady's trying to find me for the retreat, and she's walking through this department store and says, is that your desk? And I'm like, yes. And I had no idea why the desk was there. Bizarre. All right, Kel says, well, I just found out placing red napkin rose on orange paper turns my rose peach. Lovely. Placing a red napkin rose on orange page. Now I still have some here that I can see. So if I spritz that, I wonder how watery that might become. Let's get a clean sheet. Well, let's try it on. I'm going to try it on the Cielo. Looks, see? Ooh. I don't know. Oh, I put my rolly wheel away. Ah, it just picked up the water. Didn't pick up any of the paint. Mm-hmm. Okay, so my brain's just going. I want to try to pick that up. Maybe do what Candy said again. Dry it. And then I'll dampen the paper. So let's get another sheet of plain paper. I'm going to mist this off to the side. You see, I've got my mister. I put it on crooked. No, nothing, honey. All right, so let's do it again. Let's add some more green. Of course, it's not exact. It's just still a little damp. I'm going to mist it again. Play misty for me. I got crinkled. Showing my age there. So I cut out a tag on my Cricut Joy, didn't save it, and I love it. I have over 400 and something images saved. I have been trying to take the ones that I made off so I won't have so many. There's not a I guess you probably didn't do it today. Hey CB, hi. Are we playing Smack and maybe I should try Smack and Drag. I don't think I could drag it though. And is there like is there a history on your Cricut Joy where you could check your history and find that image? Just an idea. All right, so I'm trying to think what else I have because it's going to stick. It's not going to drag. I'm going to smack it down and stick it. And I was just putting stuff on the plate, CB, and trying to pick it up, and it's just okay. It's not really, I think, what I want, but let me do this. Let me take a piece of this. This is the size paper I'm working with. And let me put it down. So it kind of will let me know where my, well, that was silly because I'm not using this. That's just to stamp. Let's put my ShamWow back so it can sop up any liquid. All right, so this isn't even sticking. Come on, somebody cooperate with the mama. Okay. Lori, I don't know. I'm looking for it again in the tag images. Google. Maybe you could Google. Does Cricut Joy have a history feature? And maybe it would give you instructions on how to find it. You know, if you go out on the interweb. Oh my gosh, no, my plates are disgusting. And I don't really take care of them, CB. I, abuse all my art supplies for sure. Okay, so let's get out this little palette and I'll get my brush again. Brush again. I didn't spritz them, so I'm just going to add some color on these corners like I was doing with the crayon. But now I can see where my paper is. I don't know why I didn't think about that before. Now this is where I've got the extra stuff. Let's just add some water here. See if we can do anything. Get that kind of picked up. Yeah, that's true. But you would think if you're doing a live stream, you might like to have your equipment look a little nicer than mine does. All right, let's see if I can plop it down. Ooh. Going for bright, CB. Bright. Carol, you have a really cool last name, I have to say. Not too terribly bad. Not bad. Let's go again with a different. Let's go all around the edge. Of course, not paying attention to where I picked up. Boop, 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 boop. Spritzer, my Mr. Mitster. Hey, mister, you're a mixer. Okay, I'm starting to get a little punch happy. Punch drunk, punch whatever. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. Well, I squished out the color. Maybe I should just brayer color on, huh? All right, where's that old sponge? El Sponjo. I wish I could attempt to pronounce your last name. I just noticed what a cool last name you have. There was a young couple that worked at the college that I worked at, and their last name was Buffard. Oh my gosh, I would have changed my name in a heartbeat if I could have changed it to Buffard. Timothy and Andrea Buffard. What a lovely couple they are. I'm sure they still are. They were so cute. Wow, look at that. I'm getting two. This is more solid. Solid as a rock. All right, what else? Let's do but I'm really getting into the purple. Let's try this light blue. This is the King Art. Let's put a little water down. Sounds like Woodrow with a B. Easy peasy. Woodrow. Boudreaux? 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 Boudreaux. Oh, wow. Carol Boudreaux. Wow. Sounds like you ought to be in pictures. You ought to be in pictures. Lovely. Lovely. All right. This is not just is not doing it for me today, kids. It's just not. I think I'm going to have to give up doing jelly plate stuff with an audience. Okay. Because I think it's just, for me, it just is an embarrassment. Now, I am using watercolor. I get that, but come on, give me a break, plate. Let's spritz again. Spritz. Spritz and swoosh. Hee, I married, wait a minute. I married, wait a minute. Now oh heavens. I've gone and lost it. Here we go. I married a Texan with relatives in Louisiana swamps. Looks French. French is French. All right, so Candy suggested, oh, look, I'm not live anymore. I'm not live. I don't have myself live. Candy suggested drying it and then dampening my paper. So I'm going to use my heat tool very quickly on the lighter setting because I do have puddles. Of course, I could take a piece of paper stitch. I'm always in a big hurry. I'm going to be doing this for several hours. Okay. Do you feel bad for me? Do you feel bad for me? This is self-inflicted misery. All right, let's suck up some of this. Oh yeah, let's suck it up. Suck it up, Buttercup. There's Debbie. Hi, Debbie. I'm not having much success, Debbie. Watercolor and the gel plate. All right, that's not anywhere near dry. This is going to take 3 days to dry. We knew what you meant, CB. So today is March 16th. In 10 days, our oldest child, our daughter, will be 40. Cannot believe it. And tomorrow, in 1 month, April 17th, we will be on a plane to England. So the countdown begins. All right, I'm going for it anyway. April 17th. So I have something in mind, and I don't know how to quite do it. And, oh, that's not too shabby. I don't really want to say anything live on my lives because, maybe I'll put a little note in my, I think they call it what, a post now, not a community tab. That's not too bad. Maybe I'll do that. So if you'd like to know what I would like to be up to, just I'll put a little message on my post for my channel, and then I can send you info if maybe you want to participate. What time is it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's up to, yeah, that's probably the better way to do it. Whoops. So now as I squish out the paint, it's coming back over onto the flip side. See, I think Candy's got it. Candy's really got it. If I just, I wish you could too, Joyce. It would be fun. Wait a minute, Zan, you cat. I'm not going. Maybe when do you? Oh, I'm not going. Sandra's going with Patty. I don't know if I know Patty. I asked Zandra. Zandra's leaving. I think she said the 23rd, and I think she's gone to France first. Because I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if we could meet up, while we're over there? But she's leaving a week after us, and I'm pretty sure, going to France first. Oh, Xandra knows a lot of big name people, doesn't she? She's friends with Jane Davenport and now Patty. How fun. I wish we could connect somehow. Oh, and then unknowns are going to be there for longer. We're only going for 2 weeks. Yeah, she said Paris. We're not doing Paris. Well, at least at this point, we're not doing Paris. We're going to have a car. Who knows? Who knows? Because that gang, was Patty part of the gang that went to Australia? Because I know Janet went, and Xandra, and I'm not sure who else, but I know they connected with Oz, right? That was a lot of years ago. That probably was when I first started watching YouTube Ustream. I remember Janet talking about meat pies. Okay, Carol's, I call her Carol. It's Carolyn. I should go with CB. CB says Patty has run a retreat in MD, Maryland, I'm assuming, for many years, and a core of us have been there each year. Ooh, I didn't know that. That's quite interesting. How fun. All right, let's see. What else do I want to try to do here? How am I on time? 1:45. It's 1:45. All right, Ann says I'm going somewhere. Out my bedroom door and back in my and and you are funny. You could probably do stand up. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I have some of that. I don't know if I want to get involved with that. Let's see. What do I have right here? God forbid I get up and go get something. I hate leaving my desk while you all are here with me. With me. Are you with me? See, I have these. I wonder if that would give me brighter. Joyce said, my late hubby and I planned on going. Oh, he was stationed there in the Air Force during Vietnam. Oh, Joyce, I'm so sorry. I hope that, oh. All right, CB said, no, Z and I and Janet. Oh, okay. Not Patty. Okay. I didn't know you were in on that gang. Hey, how about that? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Joyce. You didn't get to make it. Ah. That's why I keep saying to people, if you want to do that something like that, you got to sit down, make a plan, and do it. Because if you don't, life happens, and there's no guarantee, right? That makes me sad, Joyce. Oh, look. How did I get that on my finger? You had fun planning. Oh, sweetheart. Well, that got a bit heavy-handed. That's the problem with these. Let's drip. Let's drip. It wouldn't be the same, Joyce, but do you have a travel buddy that you could maybe go with? Oh, look, I'm going to do like little Chinese writings here. Let's see. I hope I'm not spelling anything. Oh my gosh. I was watching a YouTube video, I guess. I don't think they call them a reel, and it wasn't a short because it was too long to be short. This is going to be really dark. Eh, getting going from bad to worse. CB says, Choice, I lost my hubby last June, and CB, I didn't realize. Hmm. I thought about Lena. She's in what? She's in Denmark. We were thinking about Amsterdam, but we decided not to do that. Um, oh, I thought I would. Yeah, this is water. Look how much is still on that little plate. Goodness me. Let's try the yellow. Let's see. Let's see if I can ruin this. All right, that was more of a tap and grab kind of. Well, that's not bad. Okay, maybe this is maybe something I can do. Whoop. Oh, they are? Oh, how fun. Last I knew, Lena and her husband were going to meet up with everyone. Oh, man. Wonder when they're going to be in Paris. I don't think I could get there. My husband would kill me. That would be so fun. Maybe I should ask Sandra. She probably wouldn't care, right? All right. So I'm going to add some more water. So maybe I'll continue along this vein using some of my sprays that, I never use. Not really. Maybe I should switch to my glass mat and do the smack and drag thing. Up there, I got some runnage. Okay, I think I need to get off the purple. Oh, let's see. I managed to drive him crazy for almost 56 years. He must be in hell. Oh, got a sense of humor. I was thinking about that with my mom and dad. I'm sure my dad was happy to see my mom, but after about a week, I was wondering if mom was still as fussy in heaven as she was on earth. He'd be like, and this is what I was missing. Oh, goodness. All right, so let's see what we've got here. I should probably keep that little paper back there so as a guide when maybe I won't do this anymore with a gel plate. Let's recap, literally. My dear dad, my mom, God bless her. She was in food service for years with one of the local schools. She ran one of the kitchens. She was always a pretty good cook. But as she got older, she was just fussy about everything. And she was always pushing stuff around her plate, never satisfied, nothing was ever just right. She didn't really tolerate much. Now, of course, it got worse when the dementia kind of took hold of her, but this was when my dad was still alive. And of course, at that point in their life, they went out to eat quite a bit. Hi, Goldie. So I remember going to a diner with them the one time. I don't even remember what mom got. She's like pushing her food around. My father said, "What's the matter now?" So she complained about something. He just, God love him. My dad was such a sweet, low-key man. My mom was feisty, and he just rolled his eyes, shook his head, like, yeah, well, what am I going to do? But to be fair, a lot of times, if something was going to go wrong with somebody's meal that they ordered, it was my mom. So that was some of it, but it was like crazy stuff. Like even shopping for Christmas, he would take one of us girls usually with him. And he'd be like, they don't make what she's asking for. They don't make it. I don't know where she comes up with this stuff. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's see what we've got. So I'm making 2 little journals for gals that I don't know that said they like bright colors, which I don't really do. And that's not my comfort zone. So I just took packaging and covered it with some funky, brighter colored fabrics that I have. And then I have some in my stash, bricolage, some painty fabrics that I'm going to use inside. So then I cut down very large paper, a 20-pound paper that I had to make signatures. So today I tried on thanks Goldie, I tried on the jelly plate to make some more brightly colored paper printed on these papers. Now this one's I only got a few sheets of this, so they'll each get a couple. This is like it was a paper placemat or something. I don't know. It was huge. And so I'm going to make maybe 3 signatures and really try to fill up that little book so it's puffy. Might attach some ribbon for a tie. And these are gals that, through me purchasing an inkwell, which is not where I thought I put it, I've been praying for the one girl who's not well. And then I think I'm going to add some art by Marlene on some of the pages to, jazz them up and to give them a little character. And then I'm going to do a few of these tiles and then maybe put a Bible verse or something encouraging here that, maybe this could go on a page. Look, that almost matches. And then I could use it like maybe a little tuck in or something. So I don't want to dawdle. I want to get this done so I can get it in the mail because, like I said, the one gal is really not well and she's in treatment and she is doing okay. She's holding her own. But her treatments, I think, are probably exhausting. So she probably has good days and bad days. So I just would like this to get to her so maybe she could start documenting or, journaling her journey or whatever. Just an idea. Because the gal that sent me the inkwell won't take any money. So I think all in all, when all said and done, these little pages are going to look cute in here. And then I'm going to add some bling. They like bling. So I'm thinking, oh, yeah. And then I've got some shindy carpet. I'm going to make a little tassel to hang on the back. Look, I got some shindy carpet fabric that I think is going to be fabulous for a tassel. If I can get it all unknotted from other shindy fabric. Of course, it can't be too big because the journal's little, but look, isn't this fun fabric? So I started to tear this. So I'll just make a little bundle and maybe add, I don't know, a little bling in this, maybe a couple beads or some pearls or something, and make a cute little tassel. Look, the colors are almost perfect for the cover on the back. So a fun project, but I got to get crack-a-lackin' on these pages. So I want to get quite a few in there. So I'll probably continue working on this afternoon. But this gives me a good start. Thanks for joining me. I assume that Tanya will be on at 2:30 Eastern. She's a regular streamer. If you haven't discovered her, you might want to. Tanya McGuire. You shouldn't assume that everybody knows who I'm talking about. So, maybe take a little break, get a little snack, get something to eat, go to the loo, and then come back and see what Tanya is up to. And then I think Xander comes on at 4, correct? And Laura comes on at 5. Sunday's a busy day. And then Mary comes on later tonight. She's central. And hi, Carol. I miss Carol coming in. How are you? So lots to do. Mary comes on. I just can't keep the time of Mary's because it's central. I don't know why. I have a hard time with it. but it's probably not till like 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30 Eastern, maybe. But you could check her channel. The Marie Atelier is her channel. All right. So thanks for coming in. It was good to see you all. Keep those who are not well or maybe struggling a little bit in our art community. You know who they are. So just keep those in your mind and your prayers, please. I would appreciate that. So would they, I am very sure. And yeah, there's Ann. All right. Mary comes on 8:30. Okay, great. Thanks, Ann. So that's 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. And yeah, so enjoy the rest of your day. And I hope to see you Tuesday evening. Thank you, Sherry. Hugs to you as well. Don't forget, my dear friends, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. Until next time, bye bye for now.